You know, the boat is 42 foot long and it was only about 7-8 feet wide. You know, and it had twin 502 Mercuries on it. It had a little over 1,000 horsepower.
Wow.
So it would do about 65 knots.
No wonder you had fun.
Yeah, folks, that's more than 65
And I was getting a
miles an
paycheck
hour.
for that.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, folks, this is Commander Latta Merrick's inaugural bosun call here on American Warrior Radio. He is your commander of Station Port Canaveral, and we're just so glad you're here. Give us an idea, because we've got a few minutes left here, of what's going on right now out at the station.
Well, still doing a lot with the same missions. You know, rocket launches are ramping up, submarine escorts. You know, during the first 4 months that I was here, we were involved in the case with the two missing 14-year-old boys.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, that happened off at Jupiter Inlet, but with the Gulf Stream moving, that was moving a pretty steady 4 knots where that search area was. So all of the Coast Guard stations pretty much throughout the East Coast was involved in it. And we spent about 2 days searching, and then even after it cleared our search area, we were doing shoreline searches to see if anything might come up that might help with the case. But I tell you, the amount of phone calls that we got from the community just to try to see any bit of information that they can pass to us, you know, to try to help us out, which is phenomenal. You know, and our crews were spending, we were exceeding our limits. I mean, our boat is typically meant to go about 50 miles offshore, and we were searching close to about 70 miles offshore.
Wow.
So
It's an unfortunate ending. I mean, obviously you called off and that was the Coast Guard that made that call regarding the search and rescue?
It was, you know, and you know, as the hierarchy goes, I mean, we've exhausted every possible way that, or means that we could to try to find them. And we had our boats obviously out there, but there was also patrol boats, medium endurance cutters, aircraft, and it was just completely saturated with resources to try to do it. And it's a tough call, and it went all the way up to the Admiral to try to see, to make sure that we looked at every possible opportunity that we could, you know, before that decision was made.
Exactly, and we want to thank Beachside Helicopters and Gary Varley also, and even Scott, one of our lead volunteers, and Kim went up there to assist in that effort, flying the helo over. We've got like a minute left. Is there anything, well, first of all, how can people find out more about the Coast Guard?
Well, you know, I think website is probably the best resource. USCG.mil, gocoastguard.com. One of the things that I like about USCG.mil is they have a Coast Guard historians webpage, and I always like to check it because you can go on there and they'll have calendars that'll say a significant event that happened at any given day in the Coast Guard, and it's something that, you know, you can pass on to, that we pass on to the crew, or that, you know, can get passed on, and it's very interesting, and it can tell you all the different missions, all the different specialties that you need to or that you can, you know, sign up for. So a lot of great resources out there.
Awesome. Again, this is the inaugural bosun call for your commander, Coast Guard Station, Port Canaveral, and we're going to have you back on a regular basis with the bosun call. Thank you, sir, for joining us today.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
And folks, don't go anywhere, because American Warrior Radio is going to be right back with Heal the Warrior, Heal the Country with Dr. Scott Fairchild. Listen, I'm serious. Refresh your beverage. Come right back. We'll see you in a moment. All right.
Can we clap? Can we clap?
See how fast time flies? It's like,
Your wife's going to be proud.
Thank you.
Good job, excellent.
And you are a pro. Is he going to be awesome or what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
great job.
That was incredible.
Yeah,
Thank you.
great
Thank
job,
you.
David.
No, you didn't have a lot of alms because
Oh, did it?
I always listen for that.
Yeah, no, you're
He's
like
smooth.
fluid, baby. That was
good,
good.
good.
That was good. Okay,